Harish. Right. Okay. Programmers write code to solve problems. Give one technique that programmers use to make their code easy to read and understand. Right. What can I say? What are the techniques that we can use to make the program easy to read? Yeah.
Adding comments.
Add comments, right? You can use comments. You can use what? Now indentation, of course, you can write, but it's not, related to Python, because Python indentation will be a syntax error, right?
So can we say camel casing?
Yeah, like naming convention for variables, right?
Yes.
Naming convention for variables, right? Such as example camel case, right? Then white space, right? Indentation is applicable for other two languages, but not really Python, right? Python indentation error will be a syntax error. Programs may contain logic, syntax, and runtime errors. A program has 3 errors. These may be logic, syntax, and runtime errors. Complete the table below by adding a tick for each. Right. So what do you think? Divide by 0. What is it? Is it a logic error or a syntax error or runtime error? Divide by 0 error.
So is it syntax?
Sorry, it's not syntax. It's what is it? What? Couldn't hear.
Logic.
Runtime error.
It's not logic either. It is runtime. Okay, it is runtime because this happens when you run the program, right? When the program is running, when the division comes, when it is dividing, the moment it divides, it gives error. So the solution for this divide by 0 error is to check whether we are dividing by 0. So the divider, right, has to be checked whether it is 0. We should provide an error message. We should not let it divide. So it's a runtime error, right? Use x instead of asterisk to multiply.
Syntax error.
It's a syntax error. Good. Subtract 10 from 2 instead of 2 from 10. 10 from 2 instead of 2 from 10. What is it?
So is it logic?
It's a logical error. It's a logical error.
Sir?
Yeah, Kansa.
Sir, could you explain why the last one is a logic?
Yeah, last one is logic because subtract 10 from 2. Is it a syntax error? Subtract 10 from 2. We can do that, right?
Yeah, we can.
We can minus 10 from 2, right? So we get minus 10 from 2. That's minus 8. So that's correct, right? The answer is correct.
Yeah.
Can't we now? What we are supposed to do is subtract 2 from 10, which gives a positive value, right? But what we are doing is we are deducting 10 from 2, which is going to be a negative value. So now it is not giving what we expected. What we expected was plus 8. What we are getting is minus 8. So that's a logical error. What is a logical error? It's an error where we don't get the intended result. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Shows programming construct in a flowchart. Start, decision, yes. Again, it goes down, right? Can you tell me, like, is there a loop here?
Yeah.
Others, is there a loop?
No. No, sir.
There isn't. There isn't, right? Why do you say so? There's no loop.
Because if there's a decision and if the decision is correct, there'll be there'll be some processing happening, and then after that just ends. And if there's no decision, it straight away ends. There's no, values are not gonna get iterated within the flowchart.
Yeah. In a flow chart, of course, if the iteration is there, the loop is there, then the arrow should go back. Arrow should go back to a previous process. Should go back, right? Then only the iteration happens, right? Now here, what happens is it goes forward. So if it goes forward, it's not iteration. Okay, Vishal?
Okay, sir.
Right. Identify the name of the programming construct. So it's not at all iteration. Well, sequence is anyway there, but sequence is not in the answer. So it has to be what?
Selection.
It has to be selection. So that's how you should pick the answers, right? It's all logical, logical thinking, right? Did you know that this time we have 41 students selecting computer science?
For A levels?
No, for O levels.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
9 to 10, 9 to 10. Subject selection, they have selected
Wow, sir.
yeah, 41. I think they're following your batch. They're following your batch. You have set up.
But at the end, our batch one only 8 are remaining. Oh.
Yeah,
True, sir.
yes. But I think yeah, they're following you guys. I don't know to what extent they will drop. But then what we did was like 41 is unmanageable at all. I mean, it's not manageable at all. So we held an aptitude test. We held it. Then today we selected only 23 out of 41. Right. So for the first time, we had an aptitude test to select computer science students.
But you have allowed all 40 students, sir, because some of them might drop in the middle. So
Yeah, but then I mean, like, it's not worth for us. It's not worth for the student also. No? Like if the guy comes without understanding his capabilities, it'll be a waste, no? His time and our time. So that's why we thought of selecting, and we did it for psychology also. Psychology also had some 40 something. I think we had 3 aptitude tests for 3 subjects. But anyway, thank you very much, because you guys have set an example and build some motivation in the junior batches, right? Even though they don't know that you had more students before this. Right.
oh, sir.
How many we have? 10. Only 10 left.
8, sir.
Only 8.
Yeah, sir. Like in our batch,
Only
I
8.
think it's
No?
only 8. Yeah.
I told them to prepare 15 computers. I thought there are like 15. Okay. Open Q1001D. In the coordinator, the program inputs 2 numbers, compares them, and outputs a suitable message. So this is the most recent paper, 2021 November. There are 3 errors in the code. Amend the code to correct the errors. Save your right. Okay. So see here, they want you to save it at the end. Right? But by the time you check the errors, you have already saved, right? Because you the moment you do a change, before you run, you have to save. So you're overriding this. So that's why I told you, like, it's better to save it first, save as first, right? Like this, save as, and then finish. then you edit, right? Run it. What are the errors? Okay, this Tony is bit late, slow. Okay, what is the error? What is the syntax error?
It's
Yeah, how should you
sir,
correct it?
can I say the answer?
No, I mean, yeah, answer yes. How should we correct?
Is it double equal?
Double equal, right? Because single equal is assignment, double equal is check. All right, and then we run again. Okay, what is this?
So else is in the name.
Yeah, spelling mistake, right? Okay, then what is this? Okay, 2 errors. No, they said 3 errors. Maybe
there
No,
is
so
one
there
more.
is another error.
Logical error or a runtime.
Less than or equal to.
Yes, sir. The number.
Inputs 2 numbers,
increasing.
compares them, and outputs a suitable message. Okay. Input the 2 numbers. If it is equal, numbers are equal. Number 1 is greater than number 2. Highest number is number 2. That's wrong, no? Should be highest
No,
number.
sir. The
Huh?
number 1 is less than number 2. I got.
See
I got
here,
it right.
if number 1 is greater than number 2, highest number. Oh yeah, so highest number can't be number 2. If this is true, so it's a logical error, right? This has to be number 2, right? Sorry, number 1, and then the lowest value should be number 2 there. If this is true, if this is true, right? If it is false, which means else, number 2 should be the largest, right? And number 1 should be the smallest. So which means that's a logical error, and 2 syntax errors and 1 logical error, right? Now let's test it. Both numbers same, numbers are equal. First number is larger than second number. Highest number is 6, lowest number is 2. Correct. First number is smaller than the second number. Highest number is 6 and lowest number is 2. Correct. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next one. One E. A program needed to calculate and print multiplication table for a number that is input by the user. For example, display when the number 2 is input. When the number 2 is input, you multiply all these 1 to 12 by 2 and displaying the result. Open Q1E in the code editor, write the program. You must use the structure given in Q1E. Do not add any further functionality. Okay, right. Again, open it. Save it as Q1E finished. Okay, print the prompt and get the number from the user. Okay, what can you do first? You have to get that number from the user, right? Okay, those who didn't do the program, you can write now. Number equals int, right? Input, enter number for the multiplication table. After the colon, you keep a space, right?
So
Yeah.
so they have already given us how the programs, the results should be. So I think it's enter the number.
Enter the number, yeah. Enter the number, right? Have you done this paper before?
So,
Huh?
no, sir.
No? Others?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, great. The next paper, next we'll do 2021 May paper, and I think there's another paper. We have like 3 papers left. We can do the sample paper also. We have time now till 6th. Okay, so once that is done, create a loop to display the table, right? So how should we do? We should have a loop which goes from 1 to 12, right? And if we put that into a number or another variable, we can multiply that variable with this number that we input, right? So how about a for loop for, let's say, what did you use? What's the variable used?
So answer.
Index.
Answer, index. Okay, you can use anything, but yeah, fine. I'm going to use x, right? In range, we have to start from 1, right? Start from 1 and it should go up to 12. So I had to put 13 there, right?
13.
Yes. And also remember that there's another parameter which we don't enter normally, that is the increment. So if you put like 2, the increment will be 2. That is 1. In the next loop, it will be 1 plus 2, 3. In the next loop, it will be 3 plus 2, 5. Right. And if we put the increment as -1, what will happen is it will start counting backwards because it's adding -1 to the value. Right. That's the third parameter. Right? Okay. Then we need to multiply and print. Print. How do we have to print? We have to display this number first. So x is displayed, and then there is a space, so you can use comma, keep a space, and then we should have 2, which is the number, right? Sorry, before that we should have the x. So let's put x. X is a character, right? This x is a variable, and this x is a character. So I will use capital X there. It's a character, that's why speech mark to be the double quotes. Then comma, we should have is, right? Sorry, 2. 2 is the number that user enters. So that's the number, which is a variable, right? Followed by is. So that's a character, that's a text. So double quotes, keep a space, is. Right. Okay, and yeah, here also we need to give a space. Right. What else? Is 2. That is the result of the multiplication. So that's comma x into number. Right. So your programming is all trial and error. Just run and see whether you get the correct answer. Right, that's it, right?
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, why do you keep those spaces in between? Because like even without the spaces, you're gonna get it in the.
But
correct
then everything
time.
will be like congested, right? Without the space. Like there is. Was it okay?
It's okay. So like it's
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
fine.
that's fine. That's fine. It keep the. Does it keep a space? When we go the space, it keeps the space. Oh yeah, fine. Right, it keeps the space. Now you know, using comma is one way of joining these values, right? You're joining the variable and text together using comma. If you're not using comma, you have to use concatenation. In concatenation, it will convert everything into string. So let's try concatenating this. And of course, you have to use str, right? Convert. And then you have to use plus for the concatenation. That's anyway text. And here plus str, all the numerical numbers have to be converted into text. And plus, that's joining or concatenation. And here also plus str x into number. Okay, let's see whether gives. Okay, now can you see when you use the concatenation, there's no space. Okay, when you use comma, there is a space. All right. So the concatenation or joining won't keep spaces, right? Okay, right. That's a good finding. Got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's easy, right? Okay, we'll do the next question. Question number 2. Estelle is learning about sorting and searching algorithms. Estelle's friends has given her partially completed program to carry out a binary search. The pseudocode contains logic required to complete the program. Okay. Partially completed, no? Completed binary search. This pseudocode contains logic required to complete the program. Partially completed program, but the pseudocode should be complete, no? Open Q2A. Okay, let's open Q2A. Yeah. So the program is partially completed, but the pseudocode has to be complete. It should be the correct one. Or even that is half, because like line numbers up to 10 are missing. Right, that's what you have here. The implementation of the code for line numbers 1 to 10 is here, right? And the rest of the line numbers are here. All right, so binary search, how does it work? Just recall your memory. Binary search. Binary search is done on, I mean, what is the prerequisite for binary search? Before performing binary search, what should you do to the list? Even if you look at this, you see, before performing binary
Arrange
search,
it in ascending order.
yeah, the list has to be sorted, right, in ascending or descending, right? And in binary search, what we do is we calculate a middle point, right? So let's say here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the middle will be calculated if it is normally if it is an even number, the middle will be right here, and there are two portions, right? One to the left and one to the right, two groups. We normally take the first value of the right group, which means 65. I don't know what method they have used. Okay, the method they have used is this: set middle to start plus end div 2, right? Start plus end. So here you can see the start is 0, end is length of the number list minus 1. That means this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 to 7. So 0 plus 7. 0 plus 7 is 7. Div 2. What is div 2? Div. What is div? Div, div. Or in Python, we use double forward slash. What is that? What division value? Dependent on the number of middle values that you calculate. Because ultimately, your value should be in the middle of the latest list. All right. So shall we? If you haven't done, let's do it. Receive item from integer keyboard. Have we done that? No, right? That's not there. Okay, this is from 11. Okay. Receive item. So item equals, who did this? Who completed this?
I started doing it, but I couldn't complete it.
Right. Adasha?
No, sir, I didn't complete.
Oh, wait. Hey, come on, huh? You had to somehow, you can't leave any questions without answering, right? Without trying, because part marks are given. Try your maximum. If you have tried, it's good. So item, we need to input the item, right? Receive item from integer keyboard. Input, you have to do it. Enter items. That's the item for search. All right. While start is less than or equal to end. While means as long as, right? As long as start is less than or equal to end. Start is 0, end is 7. So while what we are doing right now is we are mapping the pseudocode to HTML. While start is less than or equal to end. End not found. That's a logical field called found and not found. Right. What does that mean? We are checking whether the start pointer or the starting value is less than the ending value. Okay. As long as the starting value is less than the ending value. And not found, as long as the value is not found. Okay. We had to carry on searching. That's what it means. Right. What should you do? If this is true, set middle to start plus end. Integer divided by 2. Right. Middle equals start plus end divided by, not just divided by, it's integer division by 2. That's this part, right? If number list middle equals item, right? What does this mean? This is where we check the middle value against the actual value. Item is the one we are entering. Number list middle is the middle that is calculated every time it loops. So if number middle, how do you convert? If so, number list middle. Number list is the name of the array. Number list middle. Don't forget to use square brackets when you are dealing with an array. Okay, you also do it. If you can't do it right now, I'll give you time. Equals item. Double equal item. Colon. Don't forget the colon. What do you do? Middle equals item. Set found to true. Right, understand so far? Right, so on the paper, you can tick this. Use a pencil or pen and tick on this so that you can cross check whether they are done properly, right? Right, then else part. Else of this. What is it? Else, if item is less than number list middle item. If item, that's a separate if, right? If item is less than number list middle, number list middle. Oh, else, it's under else, right? Yeah. If inside else, we have starting a new if. if item is less than number list middle. Right, that's the if condition, right? If item is less than the number list middle, number list is the array name, middle is going to be 0. Understand up to this point? All of you? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
great. If this is true, end equals middle minus 1, right? End equals middle minus 1. Else start equals middle plus 1. What is it? Else, where are we? Here, right? Else of this. That means number list middle is greater than item that we are searching for. So it should be if item middle is middle, number list middle, that is item less than. That's the exact opposite of this, right? This one, right? Start equals middle plus 1. Okay. And if set count to count plus 1. Right. It is deducting 1 by 1. Okay. Is that clear? Is that clear? Understand? But we missed one thing. I don't know. We did. Count equals count plus 1. Also we did. No? Any other thing we missed?
Sir, sir, the count equals count plus 1. Should it be right under the second else column or under the while? In the sense, like.
It should be answered inside a while. Sorry, right there. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Because the
keeps
pseudocode.
Yes, pseudocode is also the same, right? Yeah, it's fine.
Tells the other.
Inside the while loop,
Yeah.
So that what continues the loop. We need something like that to use the loop, right? Okay, but now what should be output? Once this is done, what should be output? We should output okay, after the while loop, we can print it out, right? Print what?
So the output part has been given in the coding.
Output part is not given in the code, right?
It
Not
is.
Not given, right?
Yes, sir. In the coding, in the code.
Oh yes. Okay, sorry. I feel a bit sleepy now. Had a lot of hard work during the past week. Do not add your own code below this line. Result of the search is displayed. This has been done for you. Oh, it's done for us. How good. How good it is, right? If found is true, right? See, if the middle item is what we are searching for, we set the found to true. Remember, I told you like every time we check the middle item, right? And ultimately, like we go on leaving out unnecessary values. It can be the left side or right side. Ultimately, we get a very small list, actually, with one letter, one element. So we always compare the middle value of a list. Okay. Right. So if found is true, then the item was found. The item was found. What is the item? Item is what we are searching for. Is found in the list. Else, the item was not in the list. Okay. That's one. Enter the items to search. Okay, let's search for 9. 9 was found in the list. Let's search for 100. Found in the list. Let's search for 63. Found in the list. Let's search for something which is not there. Not in the list. Okay, let's try something else. -2. Not in the list. Okay, that's perfect. Got it? Understand? Is it clear? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will share these files with you. We are going to meet tomorrow also for 1 hour, and then we'll look at the rest of the question. Right? You have to prepare the answer for this and be ready. Right? Okay. In the meantime, if you have any doubts, any problems, let us know. Let me know. Okay, keep this done for tomorrow, right? Right, shall we stop there? Shall we stop there? Yeah,
Okay.
hold on, don't go, wait. Make sure that you do the program again. Okay, these programs. Right, don't stop halfway through. Make sure that you try these programs again. Because this exam is going to be tough, right? You have to be ready. You are really lucky because you have plenty of days to prepare for this. Okay. Right. Okay, then see you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank
We'll
you, sir.
meet
Good
tomorrow.
night.
Good night, sir.
Bye.